this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you.
Alright, so today we're gonna make the impossible possible. What's up guys, it's BT here, and this is a collaboration that would never happen between Glorious and Ducky. Two great companies in their own right, but they are direct competitors to each other. So I was like, you know what, let me take matters into my own hands and make this happen. The Ducky keyboard comes in a variety of Cherry MX switches and some Gatoron switches now, if I'm not mistaken, but as we all know, there are some heater switches out there at the moment. So I'll be taking the new Glorious Pandas that they just released, one of the smoothest tactiles in the game right now, and putting them into my Ducky Mecha Mini. I've also got some other mods in there I want to test to see if I can get the best sound out of this keyboard. Yes, there's gonna be sound tests, and lots of them. Oh yeah. Before we begin with this experiment, I have a word from today's sponsor, NordVPN. Now, have you ever had a strange feeling that somebody is looking over your shoulder, ready to take all of your precious data and information? Well, fear no more, as NordVPN has your back. If you guys don't know what a VPN stands for, it's a virtual private network. It's a server you can connect to that makes sure your location stays private and encrypts your data so you can surf the internet anonymously. But NordVPN takes it a little bit further and does a double data encryption to make sure you are extra protected from unwanted eyes. Another thing that I absolutely love about NordVPN is that their servers are fast. I've had other VPNs in the past and I almost didn't want to turn them on because they were so slow and they were slowing down my browsing experience. But no, not with NordVPN, as they have 5,200 plus super fast servers that you can access whether you're at home or on the road. You will be protected, and you can connect up to 6 different devices simultaneously, like your PC, phone, and laptop. Another great thing about having a VPN is that you'll be able to access region locked content, so you can connect to Netflix and watch shows that aren't available here in the US or wherever you're located. Don't wait until you need it to realize that you need it. That sounds very cheesy. And if that wasn't enough, they have a suite that blocks ads and malicious websites that will be phishing for your information. I'm telling you guys, this thing almost pays for itself. So right now, NordVPN has a special cyber deal. Every purchase of a 2-year plan will get you an additional 1 month free and a surprise gift. So head on over to nordvpn.com/BTUnplugged and use our coupon BTUnplugged at checkout. Best part is they have 100% money back guarantee if it does not live up to your standards, but trust me, you will not be disappointed. The Mecha Mini has one of the best bases for a stock keyboard. It's aluminum, giving it a good amount of weight. It also features Ducky's amazing kickstand feet on the bottom. This is something you don't really see within the custom world. This has been my favorite beater board, aka a board I use when I'm gaming and I don't want to abuse my high-end customs, so I figured this would make a great base to the Glorious Ducky collaboration. Now the first order of business is to do a sound test. I told you guys there's going to be a lot of them, and this is going to be of the Cherry MX Blue switches that I currently have in there. Let's hit it. Hold on. I know some of you guys are cringing out there right now. All right, I get it. It's everybody's favorite switch to hate. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that, and we're gonna fix that very, very soon. Help is on the way. So like most Ducky keyboards, the Mecha Mini is of course a tray mounted keyboard. So we need to remove the PCB and plate from the case by unscrewing it from the bottom casing. Once we have that removed, we'll need to desolder the switches that are soldered into the board, since this isn't a hot swap board. I have a desoldering gun, which makes this process super simple. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but you only have to buy it once. It saves you a ton of time from having to melt the solder and remove it with the copper wiring. And these can cost around $100, so you can buy one of these and put whatever switches you want into your Ducky. It doesn't have to be this one, it could be the Ducky 1-2 Mini. You don't have to buy a completely new keyboard. You can just buy some new switches, use this gun, heats up really fast, works really fast, and it's about the same price as another keyboard. You can just keep using the same base. Essentially what this does is it just heats up on the tip, melting the solder, and then it has a little pump that sucks up the solder into this little chamber. And then once this is completed, we can then start pulling the switches from the PCB and plate, and this takes around 15 to 30 minutes, not too bad. So once we've got the devil's switch out of there, sorry MX Blue lovers, we can remove them from the plate. Now personally, I really like Ducky stabilizers. They're nice and they never really have any rattle to them. And when I did open up the stabilizers, I did see that these were actually pre-lubed, which is very nice. I did put a little grease on these spacebar wires to even them out a little bit. I felt like there's a little bit of rattling on the right side. Then after that, the next thing we got to do is we got to put those Glorious Pandas that are lubricated with 3204 lube. The weight of these is 67 grams, not too heavy, not too light, but they give a huge, nice, round, tactile bump that is just the best in the game right now. And that's what really does it for me when it comes to this Switch. And I think this is going to put this keyboard over the top when it comes to sound and feel. So we're just going to insert these into the PCB and make sure everything is flushed before we start to solder. Now for the soldering gun that I'm using, it's an expensive one by Hacko. I'll link some other ones down below that essentially do the same thing. Then I'm just using some leaded solder here to solder the joints. So make sure you go to every Switch and make that cone shape on there. Let me know if you guys want a soldering tutorial down below in the comments. I've been thinking about making one and I would love to know if you guys would actually want to see that. Now before I put these into the case, I made sure all the switches were registering using switch hitter. Once that was done, I put everything back down into the tray and screwed it down. Now the keycaps that I'm using, they're a little bit excessive. They are the GMK DualShock keycaps from Ducky Mecha. It's a PlayStation themed setup, really dope gray, and it's got these red, blue, teal, and blue vibes just like the original PlayStation 1. I put the arrow keys on the WASD just to give this keyboard some more pop and some more color. So let's drop a sound test for you guys so you guys can see what this sounds like now before we move on to the next steps. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, but I feel like we can do better. So I picked up some more Sorberthane. If you guys have seen my past videos on custom keyboards, you'll know I use this material to absorb some of the reverb that can come from some of the lower end keyboard builds that I've done. It comes a little bit thick, so what I did and what you can do is just cut some small pieces and then stretch them out thin and stick them to the bottom of your case so that the PCB has enough room to fit in there and it won't be raised up. And this will get rid of some of the hollowness of the aluminum case. I told you guys there would be a lot of sound tests, so let's drop the last one of the completed keyboard. Oh yeah, the glorious switches sound so good. I think the stabilizers got exposed a little bit more on the Ducky once I put the glorious switches on the board. There seems to be some rattle, like I said, on one side of the stabilizers, so it's not perfect. I did go back and put some dielectric grease on there, like I said, but I wanted to keep this true to what we could expect if there ever was a collaboration that happened. But if I were to do this again, I just lube them myself and take off the lube that they had on there originally. But yeah, I think this keyboard came out amazing. I guess you could call it a glorious Ducky Mecha Mini. Beautiful, beautiful keyboard. Look at that. Okay, let me try to look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. I love it. I love. So yeah, glorious Ducky. If you guys ever want to make this happen, I'm sure we would all be here for it. If you guys want to mass produce this, I'm just saying, it sounds amazing. All right guys, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you thinking about maybe modding your own Ducky Mecha Mini or 1-tube Mini? Let me know. It has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you in the next one.